there ladies, welcome back to my channel. As promised, here's a video on the trans movement and its relation to black women as we currently are, as at where we are. So to begin, maybe some of you may not be familiar. The trans movement just refers to a group of individuals who want to change their gender or sex and kind of gender bend. They want to transition from one gender to another, etc. Currently, transgenderism has grown in popularity, and you may probably have seen their flag here and there. It's pink, blue, and white, and it is everywhere. Oh my gosh. If you work within the NGO sector, or in Medicare, or in education, or even in the military, you most likely have seen this flag. Now, while the average person does not have a problem with transgenders, the past few years have proven to be kind of problematic from their end. Most people knew that transgenders existed, but we rarely ever interacted with the SJWs. We rarely ever interacted with these very pushy individuals who demand all the privilege but give none of the respect, even to people who have never really spoken against them or anything of the sort. Now, I have my own theories on why this is happening. I feel that this is because a lot of these left-leaning people need to be victims at all times, so they would rather provoke a reaction because that will also make them seem like victims to the average NPC on the street. The average NPC will not ask, or will not think nuanced thoughts. They will not assess the situation critically. So you're going to see that they will still gain support, especially when the media and large institutions keep promoting these individuals. By far, one of the most popular of these individuals is Dylan Mulvaney, the influencer who is behind the Bud Light controversy and many other controversies. And Dylan is quite controversial. Don't let the smiles fool you. There's been a lot of drama, a lot of talk about who he is and what he does and all that. But today's video is not about him in particular. Today I want to talk about black transgenders because they're the main ones I see doing what I'm about to show you, even though some white transgenders of course behave in the same way, but it's mostly black transgenders who feel this way about black. So I'll most likely do this in two parts, but I'll start by giving you a brief history of the trans movement. The trans movement as it exists is not like the old school transgenders who may have existed in antiquity. Transgenders have existed for millennia. They existed at some point in India and they still do, but within Western culture they were hardly ever seen. But all this changed from like the 1900s when social scientists, psychologists, psychiatrists started combining Marxist theory with human sexuality to form the theories of transgenderism and other movements related to the LGBTQ. Now, one of the most prolific scientists within this field was Alfred Kinsey and John Money. There are many others as well, but these are some of the main ones. They have contributed a lot of research to the field, and let's just say the things some of them have done I cannot speak about on this channel, but it's just what you'd expect from this movement. So their experiments were very problematic, and so the importance of knowing this is knowing the intentions of these people. Where did they start? What is the intention? When you see that LGBT flag, what is the intention? What is freedom to these people? What is liberation to them? You see, we need to understand what do these people want exactly. Well, their research of these social scientists was put to good use, and the LGBT movement began protesting for their rights and all that. One of the most famous incidences was the Stonewall riots, where LGBT people came to protest because they were not allowed in certain establishments in New York. And of course, a black male was at the center of this degeneracy. This Marsha P. Johnson or whatever was the first one to throw a brick at the police. It's always them. It's always them. Now, I think I've mentioned this before, but the average black woman is a Democrat or leftist through and through. Black women are not Republican, they are not right-wing in any way, shape, or form, because they believe that the white men, specifically conservative white men, are the reason that black males are the way they are. They are the source of all their problems and all that. So black women have always shown support. Okay, not all black women, but like 95% of black women have always shown support to these quote-unquote downtrodden communities. So it came as a surprise to me when I saw the hate train on black women online. You may have heard about the Just Hilarious case where she was mocked for, trying to set boundaries. Nobody's saying transgenders shouldn't have rights. They have existed for a long time. And nobody had no one was trying to take away their rights even in the 60s. It's just that it's just that they want to be more visible. They have been running hate campaigns on black women when black women are some of their biggest supporters. In fact, I would argue they're the biggest supporters. One is this individual who said that no matter how much pink you wear and how much you base your importance on your reproductive organs, black and brown women are still seen as masculine, and this is before trans people became so visible. So maybe shut up, because transphobia affects you too. Well, what this person does not understand is that these people are trying to mock or ridicule women, not like point out their birth gender. They're trying to like degrade women. It's not the same thing. Mocking a transgender person and mocking a black woman, mocking a black woman are not the same thing. When the black manosphere calls black women masculine, they are not doing it within the same context as someone who would mock a transgender person. But they refuse to understand this. And that's not the only person who has been seeing this. Like I said, it has been a serious thing where these people keep pushing and pushing and pushing. And you see, like what this person mentioned, when people misgender black women or mock black women for being masculine, they're trying to take away their womanhood. They're not trying to tell them that they'll never be a woman. They're trying to take away the womanhood. So maybe that should be considered next time someone wants to say that, black women have never been women. And I think that this conversation really took off when some SJW, black woman, came on Twitter and said that blackness is inherently queer. I don't know what this person meant. They blocked me and blocked others as well. But you can see from her previous tweets that she admitted to having low self-esteem, feeling very unattractive and all that. And the reason for this is simple. Black women have been downtrodden for so long. Black males are comfortable with their position beneath other races of men as long as they get to take their frustrations out on black women and girls. It's not that black males mind being at the bottom of the pile, they just don't want to be the one to be at the very bottom. They would rather sacrifice the women and the children so that they can feel better about themselves. And that's why you see black women adopting these mindsets, because they are stuck within the culture that black males have created. Women cannot create a new culture. That's why we tell you to divest. You cannot create new culture. You cannot fix men. It is the men who form the culture. So we cannot change these men, and we will not change these men, by the way. So anyone who thinks divestors are out here to change black males, white men, any of that, you are seriously wrong. We don't even want to change transgenders. That's really not our problem. We just want these transgenders to worry about their own. But of course they won't do that because they need us to react and play victim. And this basically this thought pattern has taken over Twitter. People are now feeling very comfortable dehumanizing black women. Some black males have even adopted this rhetoric that was pushed by black women themselves. So you can expect that it's going to get much worse in the near future, especially as transgenders keep fighting for their rights in real life. These people have the backing of so many NGOs and large organizations, so it won't be surprising when they start doing this in your school, in schools, homes. You know, this will find its way to your doorstep. Believe that. If that's one thing black women don't believe that this will find its way to your doorstep. So this was part 1 of the video. I will do a part 2 where I will analyze where we are headed based off of some research I had done and other trends I've seen within the leftist community and how they relate to black women. But for now, I just wanted to tell you that, hey, you cannot expect black males to defend you from these people because the transgenders are getting their talking points from black males, and some of them are black males themselves. Number 2, a lot of black women will throw you under the bus for these people. A lot of black women do not like being black women, and they would rather be anything else. But because there is no technology within the black or African context that can help them switch their gender, they go for the next best thing, demonizing women so that they can maybe feel uplifted in society. So we can expect this to get worse and worse, especially as black women see that maybe they can get clout, they can get likes, they can get brand deals if they push this ideology. So join me for part 2 next week on Thursday at around the same time. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.